Hi, my name is Martijn. Since cycling in the Pyrenees with my dad last summer, I absolutely refound my love for cycling. I started training regularly and have been cycling in the Rotterdam area since then. Together with my friend Jeroen and Tijmen, I'm planning a year full of cycling trips to warm places like Mallorca, Italy and Spain. But for the first Festive 500 that we would be cycling together, we felt that we shouldn't flee south, but take on this challenge in our own country and embrace the weather conditions in this season. So we decided to cycle along the 523 kilometers Dutch coastline in a 3-day trip from southwest to northeast to discover the truly beautiful and typically Dutch coastal landscapes and battle the conditions that the sea and winter would have in store for us. For our first ride, we took an early morning train to the most southern station of Holland. From the town of Vlissingen, the wind blew us forward all along the coastline, crossing countless dikes and bridges and covering lots of gravel tracks.
Jeroen! Een feestje!
Along the route, we searched for local specialties to eat, and the highlight of the day was some fresh fish at this classic Dutch fish truck at an abandoned car park. By sundown, we arrived in Rotterdam again, a cold but very satisfying first day as we covered 173 kilometers. Day 2 was going to be all about the dunes. Because of a really hard western wind, lots of dune roads were covered with sand and really hard to cross on our bikes. Further north, we were overwhelmed by the beauty of the area, especially around the Schroelse dunes. Riding here at sundown was super impressive. arrived at our hotel late in the evening, riding the last hour in complete darkness and bringing our total after 2 days to 358 kilometers.
Independent. Kijk maar uit, Martin. I think we're here.
We hebben het gehaald, Ik ben echt blij.
Good morning.
Good morning.
On day 3 we started really early, because the weather forecast told us to expect snow around 4 p.m. We started with an arrow straight first 30 kilometers across the Afsluitdijk, where we witnessed a beautiful sunrise.
Some temperatures, Jim.
The rest of the day led us through open green pastures and some of the most intense blue skies we've ever seen across Friesland and Groningen.
Here it turns to snow. In Pennsylvania. Now we're going to have lots of music coming up. In Pennsylvania.
The fierce headwind was our biggest enemy today, so we practiced keeping each other out of the wind and managed to get to the train station just before the snow started.
High five, Tijmen. Dat is gehaald. Super.
Hey! Starbucks? Of wil je...
In 3 days we rode 521 kilometers, starting and finishing each day in the dark. We learned to love to see the sun come up about 1 hour into the start of every ride. And during this trip we discovered that the Dutch coastline is so much more varied in scenery than we imagined, so beautiful and so vast as soon as you get far enough away from the big cities. And if it proved one thing, it's that the icy wind in our landscape is just as hard as the mountains we're heading for in the summer. So on to our next adventure.